Well, hello, and hope everybody's doing well. Spot, come here. Come here. Spot's here, so you can all say hi to Spot. Hi, buddy. And thanks for tuning in for episode 2. Really, nobody's here yet, but I really appreciate you guys coming aboard and having a look at the second version of this. Once again, I'm going to be doing this weekly, and I think I've picked the kind of 11 to 12 slot on Thursdays, so we can talk about upcoming events over the weekend and things that are happening in and around St. Louis, things I've done over the last week, things that are happening. I think that's kind of the plan. And well, we're going to have a special guest. Our special guest today is Kim Murphy Richardson. She's a very prominent bookkeeper in the St. Louis and Boulder, Colorado areas. She works in both markets, and we'll bring her in a little later. And she's brought a snack to share from one of my favorite places here in St. Louis, so I'm pretty excited about that. If anybody wants to be a guest, just let me know. The only criteria is you have to come to me, to my beautiful home studio, where you get to see my printer, which Michael Travis complained about last week. Thanks, Travis. He said my printer was distracting. And you get to guess what coffee cup I'm drinking out of, which another viewer commented on that my coffee cup was distracting. What is in my coffee cup? Oh, it's coffee. But you get to try and guess what the logo is. A lot of you should know. Spot knows, I'll tell you that. Don't you? Yeah, Spot does. Well, exciting things for me that happened this week is I got notified from the Missouri Real Estate Commission that my real estate license was granted. So I don't have it back to my broker yet, but it's semi-official that I am now a licensed Missouri realtor. And I'm going to be working with Wood Brothers Realty out on Chippewa here in St. Louis. And man, they're a great company. And what's cool about them is they have, like, the St. Louis Post-Dispatch does this best companies to work for in St. Louis. And they have won like almost every year as the best company to work for. And I can see why, because we had a meeting the other day and they had cake. So just saying. That's very nice. And the cake was from Federhofer's. So just saying, we're talking about St. Louis things. Federhofer's is a great place to go, because how many of the old bakeries are left that you've been going to your whole life? Not many. Lubley's closed. Wolf's closed 100 years ago. And things that were there can certainly never be replaced, or I've never seen again. So it's really important to get out and support those local bakers, because they are up all night working so you can have tasty treats in the daytime. So once again, Federhofer's Bakery on Gravois here in St. Louis, Missouri. Amazing stuff. I suggest you order early and get the whipped cream icing on anything you're doing there. Got to keep it refrigerated, but it's oh so worth it. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, today, I think in St. Louis, what is everyone talking about but the bear, right? So I went to a great car show that happens the first Friday of each month out at the, and I call it the Church of What's Happening Now, because I can never remember the name of it, but it's the giant mega church there on Gravois Road, just south of 270 in the bottoms there by the Merrimack River. And there were so many beautiful cars. And what's neat about that car show is that it can't be a vehicle made after 1979. So, man, it is one classic American muscle car after another. And man, did they come out of the woodwork for that car show. You can tell no one's had their cars out in a year, because there must have been 20 Hemi cars And I mean like really, really nice Hemi cars, and just everything under the sun, no matter what you were into, a Cuda, an AMX, a Roadrunner, a Charger, a Challenger, a Shelby Cobra, a Shelby 350 GT Hearst rental car, Hertz rental car edition. Who even sees those out in the public? A Yenko Camaro. Was it real? I don't know. If it was real, that's a $200,000 car. I don't know. You know, motors alone in these cars are worth $30,000. Just the motor. If it's a number matching thing, sky's the limit. You know, so really worth going to. And it's part of the Memories Through Time, or Memories in Time, or something like that, is the car show. But if you find me on Facebook, I'll always post about it. I started a new secret group on Facebook called the WG Adventure Society. Find that and join that. It's really kind of Webster Groves based, but it's going to really be just like similar to this, zero politics, and just places to go in your golf cart, or fun things to do, or ways to get out, you know, how to get out of your house and socialize with your neighbors and have a good time, which is really, I think, all anybody wants to do anymore after pandemic living. But so anyway, I digress. Back to the bear. So we go down there, we park. Kim's with me, Spot's with me. We get out of the car and we see everybody running up to the edge of the parking lot, where there's I'd say 50 yards away, there's a tree line and a little creek. And I think to myself, what are they looking at? And then it's like, oh, look at that big dog. Then I think, well, that's a really big dog. And then it's like, well, that's not a dog at all. That's a bear. And it was a really pretty good sized black bear, kind of just ambling along the tree line. Doo-dee-doo, I'm a bear. Here I am. Look at me. And Spot was pulling so hard to go down and check out the bear, which I did not think was a prudent idea for a little 36-pound annoying Mexican street dog from Montana, that I just didn't think that was a good idea. And so I couldn't get my camera out, but a lot of other people did. And there was a lot of other fun pictures taken there. And there's Spot coming in with a toy to share. I'm very excited today. It's always got a lot of energy. Spot's very energetic. And come up here. Say hi again. You want to say hi again? Look, he's got a ball. And he dropped his ball. That's a good boy. So that bear ended up walking through the woods and going away. And then he showed up in the next day in Kirkwood. So he had to work his way down the Merrimack River and then cut up on the north side of Highway 44 into Kirkwood, and then worked his way up through Kirkwood into Webster Groves, and then worked his way down Brentwood, because there was video and pictures of him at Mary Queen of Peace in Webster where he spent the night in a tree. Then he went down Brentwood Boulevard and worked his way along that quarry back there and through those woods, and people saw him at the Webster or the Brentwood Swim Club. That was quite a hoot. And then he somehow got across Highway 64, probably in the dark of the night, and then the Missouri Department of Conservation ended up giving him a tranquilizer dart to help relax him once he got up into the Richmond Heights area, which is really some dense housing. So when he got in there, I probably figured that, hell, this bear, Spot gave me a ball, that this bear is, I was impressed he survived that long. I mean, just saying, I thought somebody was going to shoot him. So it really made me happy that he survived, and it made me happy that they got him. They tranquilized him, and they relocated him. So that's pretty cool. You know, the only other time I have seen a bear in the wild is in the alley out in Telluride, checking trash cans. I mean, I don't know. Does that really count as a bear in the wild? And this is certainly the first bear I've seen in Missouri. And I was wondering, and maybe somebody out there knows, when was the last time a bear was in St. Louis or in Kirkwood or Webster? When was the last time a bear was wandering around in those neighborhoods? I bet it's 1800s. I don't know, you know? I think it's kind of interesting. Anybody guessed the cup yet? What else is on my list here? Oh, I played pinball this week. The pinball league started back up. That's down at the Silver Ballroom, which is down right next to Bevo Mill. If anybody wants to play, come on down, join up. It's I think it costs $40 and it's 6 weeks, and you play with some really competitive pinball players. I am truly one of the worst there. And I think I'm good at pinball, but I am not good at pinball. People that are really good at pinball are apparently really good at pinball. And one of the top players in the state is there, and everybody's really friendly and they're happy to show you and tell you what they're doing, you know. But you have to have this, I guess they call it hand-eye coordination. And apparently I do not have a whole lot of that because I think I'm making really targeted, smart shots, but no, I'm not. An interesting thing that happened this week in St. Louis was that there was a lawsuit between a homeless panhandler that had been, I guess, ticketed by the city of St. Louis a number of times, and the local attorney represented him in court, Judge Limbaugh's court, actually, and they ruled in favor of the homeless man and gave him a $150,000 settlement that he was being harassed. And I thought that was pretty interesting. Hopefully it's a life-changing experience for him. And, you know, I think it'll be interesting to follow that man's journey. And hopefully that really is a neat thing, you know, and it really helps his life out a lot. I think that's pretty amazing. Oh, another question I had for people. Here's Spot's ball again. He tends to keep bringing it to me. Spot's very energetic. Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows that. He has lots of energy and a very energetic little dog. We're getting a new soccer team, you know, and I don't think the soccer team's been named. I don't know if anybody has any suggestions for names for a St. Louis soccer team. I thought, you know, we used to sponsor a baseball team and we called them the Ballbusters. I thought that was a great name. Very popular with the kiddies, and everybody enjoyed it. I once sponsored a softball team for Melanie, and my only requirement was that on the back of the shirt for the bumblebees, I made it say Chico's Bail Bonds with a picture of a bell. I don't know if anybody gets that joke, Chico's Bail Bonds, but if you do, post up why you get it, and why that would be a funny sponsor for a ball team. You have to be as old as me, I think, to know what that is. My cousin Tony, he thought of the Grass Kickers, so I don't know if that's a good name or not, but think of a good name for the soccer team. I think that's something we need to do. And when I went up in that that Ferris wheel last week, Spot's ball, I was able to you could really see the stadium and see how they're building it there. So that's really about all I have for me. Oh, I'm going to talk about that next time, I think. Oh, the malt shop. That's where we went, Nate. The malt shop down in Valley Park. If you get a chance, that's a chance to go back in time as well. We went there after that car show. And the malt shop in Valley Park, it's an old-time walk-up malt shop. The place gets packed, but they've got great ice creams and other frozen treats. But they also have all that kind of crazy state fair food. Like I got the giant pork fritter on a bun, that you really only see that stuff at a state fair. And it's real high quality and really good. And it's a fun place to go and sit out on a good night and eat. Spot, once again, really enjoyed it. But I think now is the time we're going to bring in our guest, Kim. And I know that's pretty exciting. She's really excited to be here. She's really excited to talk. I'm going to hit the camera to wide. Maybe it'll just freeze up. No, it looks like it worked. All right, we're going to go wide. Bring Kim Murphy Richardson in. Hi, Kim. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Now, Kim, most importantly, did you bring a snack to share?
I did.
Oh, really? And what did you bring today?
Some donuts from the donut shop.
What donut shop is that? Donut Drive-In?
Donut Drive-In.
Down on Chippewa?
Yeah,
That's my favorite donut shop. And what did you bring from Donut Drive-In?
We have cinnamon rolls and an apple fritter.
And what are they famous for?
The apple fritter.
You're right. They are indeed famous for the apple fritter. And I'm going to have a bite right now.
Okay.
Oh.
And they're better if you can get them warm.
So good. But either way, that is a really good apple fritter. Now, Kim grew up in very rural New York and moved here to St. Louis in high school. Kim, where did you go to high school?
Parkway Central.
Parkway Central. So that tells us a whole lot about Kim, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's the famous St. Louis question, right?
Mm-hmm. It really is. And Kim has lived here since then. And Kim does bookkeeping. And I thought that we could talk about, Kim, what are some of the challenges that you see that your clients are going through now post-pandemic? And I think a lot of that can lead into kind of a backstory, is a lot of Kim's clients are or have started up their businesses during the pandemic and are in the process and the learning curve of how do you run a business and not interact with people, And so a lot of them are based where?
Online. A lot of online businesses that I have going on.
And tell us a little bit about what they're doing.
Selling on eBay. We've had a few challenges with that this year because eBay's changed their payment structure and they're now a payment processor instead of using PayPal. So there's been a lot of challenges in switching people over on that. We also have a lot of PPP loans and a lot of small business loans that I've been getting and trying to get for people. And now we have PPP compliances that people need to start going through. So if you haven't started doing that for your business and you got your PPP, you need to start looking at that.
What do you guys see as far as things that people are struggling with when they're trying to get their PPP loans?
The fact that they don't have a structured company. When you register your company as an LLC, you really need to have an operating agreement and your minutes. And a lot of people are realizing that they're flying by the seat of their pants with these small companies, and they can't do that anymore if they want to have government help.
When you say flying by the seat of the pants, what do you mean?
Well, registering in St. Louis, they don't tell you that you need your operating agreement unless you read it.
Oh, right.
So people don't have an operating agreement, or they don't have their structure of their company. With an LLC, you really just have to have one officer and hold a meeting once a year. So that gets challenging for people.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people didn't realize. I'm sorry, I'm chewing. I know that's rude on TV. That they need an operating agreement.
Yeah. You can get away with it for a long time if you're not doing a loan, or you don't want your credit, or all that. But a lot of people feel like they can register their LLC and just go on with their business, and doing a lot of catch-up work for people because they didn't keep their books and they need reporting for the banks.
I think a lot of that obviously ramps up right now when people are trying to get their taxes done, which is coming up real soon. Yeah. When is that due?
May 17th.
May 17th, I think. Yeah, they issued a extension for everybody.
Yeah. And just understanding business structure and how you do your taxes as an LLC. It's a lot of information that people don't think about when they decide they're going to start their business.
If somebody wants to get a hold of you for help with their bookkeeping, how do they do that?
314-348-1004.
You have a website?
I do have a website. It's KimMurphyRichardson.com.
KimMurphyRichardson.com.
Yeah.
And that's on the interwebs?
Or you can contact us at HHC Consulting.
What? HHC Consulting? Crazy, right? Well, Kim, what else do you want to talk about?
Well, we've been trying to do some leather work together. I've been making.
Oh yeah, Kim's been making earrings.
Do
you have them on right now?
I do have them on right now.
Oh,
I have one style of them on right now. Trying to get a little creative in my life, a little break from the numbers and the computer.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a makers fair in Sunset Hills a couple weeks ago. That was really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if we got any business from it, but
we sold a few pairs of earrings.
But it was nice getting out and meeting people.
And you did a keychain.
Spot really enjoyed it. Yeah. What are some of your favorite things to do in St. Louis that you want to share with people? What do you like to get out and do?
I like to see music.
Yeah, well, that really doesn't happen. So.
See music in St. Louis. I've been going to Pop's Blue Moon. They're having outside music at Pop's Blue Moon, and we went to
Josh. Shout out to Josh there at Pop's
Loyal.
Blue Moon. It's a really great establishment and a fine St. Louis businessman that is working hard to make his way. He's also doing cannabis-based seltzers, which I think are really neat.
CBD.
Yeah.
And I had a great CBD drink there last week when I met my friend up there for some music. And I've been out to the Broadway Oyster Bar a couple times because John Cannon's doing some acoustic stuff there on Wednesdays. So we went up there for my birthday and saw a little music up there. So that was really fun.
Yeah, really enjoyed that. Yep, that was good.
Yeah.
What else? Tell somebody else something that you've learned about St. Louis over the years that you like, that's unique. What's unique about here?
What's unique about St. Louis? The culture, the food.
We really do have good food
going
here.
Out to eat a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, really is a lot of good food here in St. Louis.
There's definitely a variety of food places here that there aren't other places.
Well, all right.
In the parks, we've been visiting different parks with Spot.
Oh yeah. Did you have a donut?
I didn't yet, but I will.
Okay. Well, do you want to go and get us some more donuts?
I will.
All right.
It was good talking to y'all.
All right. Well, we'll see you in a bit. Thanks, Kim. Thanks for coming and visiting today. It's been great having you here on the show. Once again, that's Kim Murphy Richardson at KimMurphyRichardson.com. Be sure to reach out with all your bookkeeping and just whatever else you want to ask her, just reach out. Just call. She does business consulting. You heard her whisper that into the microphone. Business consulting. So yeah, there you have that. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank Kim for being a guest. If you'd like to be a guest on the Eat It Joe's podcast, you're certainly welcome to come. I would love to have you and talk about what's going on in your life and your world, and to share what St. Louis tidbits you might have. Really appreciate everybody tuning in. We've had a lot of guests looking at the video here today while we've done it, so that's been pretty exciting. And I think that's all I have. 25 minutes is plenty. As Jack would say, 30 minutes is too long. So thanks again for coming. Thanks again for tuning in. Look for me again next week. If you have any things you want to talk about or any things you'd like me to investigate or talk about here in St. Louis, I think that would be great. The more people that chime in and the more I hear back from people, the better. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching here at Eat It Joe's. And everybody have a lovely Thursday. Get out and enjoy St. Louis. Oh, that's what I forgot to plug. There's a antique vehicle show at the Missouri Department of Transportation. And my buddy John Liss is going to have his old Jeep military truck in it. And I'm going to go there and check it out. So if you're into trains and trucks, there's no better place in the world than going to the Museum of Transport out on Barrett Station Road. You can actually climb up in an old big boy locomotive and turn the knobs and pull the levers, and everything's labeled. And there's, literally 100 or more locomotives out there of all sizes and shapes, and it's really worth checking out. So the Museum of Transport, St. Louis, Barrett Station Road, Saturday for the truck show. And all right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you later. Hope you guys enjoyed it.